Hey guys, it's Friday night, and you're watching Sizzle This with me and Christy, and we've got the beautiful ZEN Maiden One for our guest tonight.
Very welcome. And hello, everybody.
Yes, we are. Tonight's show is going to be really cool. We're talking about, when do you open that door, or how does that door get open to the bad choices, your old habits? When do they start creeping back in, and how do you stop it, and all kinds of stuff. So, let's just get started like we normally do. How was your week, Christy?
I'm still packing. But this is the last weekend. We're having our farewell cookout tomorrow, and then we leave Tuesday night. So we're hitting the road on a evening to mess with the traffic. So we're getting there. So I'm not all this spunky because I'm tired, but I'm good. Other than that, it's been okay. It's just dealing with kids, packing, cleaning, painting, all that fun stuff.
All that fun stuff.
Really fun.
Has your landlord been psycho this week?
I haven't talked to my landlord since my husband decided to go off on my landlord, so.
It'll be just a quick sayonara and adios.
Yep, that's okay. I got stamps, and I'm going to mail his little keys to him, so, he can kiss my white ass. I don't care.
That's right. And Zen, how has your week been?
Oh, awesome. I've been doing well. Just work as usual, and it's been hot here, so, yeah, I've been dealing with that. Just my usual. It's been a good week. I have nothing to complain about. I love my job, and yeah, been good weather,
awesome.
So that's all good. Yeah.
Well, my week has been the same old, working a lot. I'm still unpacking, and it's almost been a month. What else? Actually, it ain't really been almost a month. It'll be a month, like, on the 1st, but close enough, and I'm still unpacking, and it's crazy. I get, like, one day a week that we can unpack because of work and all my social media time. But other than that, it's been a great week. I did realize today 2 major things happened in my past. 1 year ago today, I called goal at 200 pounds, but I continue to lose. So, so I've been in maintenance. Technically, I've called maintenance a year ago today. And 3 years ago today was my big life-altering whatnot with my blood clot in my leg and in my lungs, which I didn't go to the doctor for like a week later because I didn't know what it was. But, other than that, it's been a great week. Work's going good. We finally got all the machines hooked up, and I am fully up and running. So it has been awesome. So, and I'm actually
missing Michael, so that's why no one hears from Michael on Facebook no more, is because Michael's working people.
I actually work now where I can't just sit on the computer or sit on the phone and take pictures all day long for y'all's amusement.
Oh, my goodness.
As you can tell, I'm in a different area. I'm actually broadcasting live from Austin, Texas tonight. We're here for the weekend. We're going out to Inks Lake on Saturday and meet up with a bunch of family for a little memorial service for my grandmother. But, and I'm in Austin, so, what happens in Austin stays in Austin, unless I put it on Facebook, and then it's all over the place and be there forever. And, me, I'll probably put it on Facebook.
So funny.
But I've had, it's been really cool. And a little side note, do y'all know who has the most entries in Real Talk?
Oh my God.
Your network?
I don't know. I wasn't there last Monday because I
have 10 entries.
Okay, but that still mean you're going to get shows. Okay.
Hey, it only,
probability.
It only takes one to win.
That's it. So that's what I'm talking about. It only
That's
takes
right.
one to win, and I am a lucky woman. So there it is.
Yes, you are, and hey,
Yes.
y'all just wait because Monday is going to be amazing with what I'm cooking. I'm cooking some amazing food
wait.
Monday.
I'm cooking something too. So this will be my last time on there until I sit there and, get into the house. So my food's going to be the bomb, okay?
We'll see. We'll see. I know what I'm making is going to be awesome.
Okay.
But, that leads us into tonight's topic, bad choices coming into our life and food choices. So, Zen, can you give our viewers, I'm pretty sure a lot of them already know you, but a rundown. I know you're 3 years out, roughly. So if you want to give everyone, a little bit of your back history.
Oh, you mean a recap? Sure.
Yeah, a little recap.
Yeah, I had my surgery in November 15th, 20th, so that's almost 4 years, 3.5 I call it, but
yeah.
November before. So at that time, my highest weight was 252, and my starting weight was 246 for surgery day. So I quit smoking, and I actually did not gain weight. I actually lost a few pounds, but that's all. So from that point on, I lost, I guess, the majority of what I was going to lose probably in about 6 months. And by the time I was 18 months, I hit my lowest point, which was 172.4. And from there, I regained back up. I gained like 8 pounds over the summer. Eating watermelon is my idea of how it must have happened, because I really don't recall going overboard on anything. But my body shifted again, right, and it took the 8. And then from there, I think I went up another 10 approximately over another, year or so. So right now I'm down about the 10 from the regain part of it. And so to get back to my lowest, I still have been working hard, but I'm not so concerned right now with the actual number, although I would like to call a goal, at some point in time. I think I've called I'm already obviously in some form of a maintenance, whether I like it or not. That's the bottom line. My body has decided where it's going to stop. I have maybe some issues that are different than some people and maybe similar to others, being my age, working against me, being postmenopausal, and I was under an extremely stressful job for the first 3 years of my surgery. I changed jobs in December of last year. So that has been a great change, I think, in my whole body chemistry. And then I'm on the BHRT therapy, and I found out I had sleep apnea. So now I have the sleep therapy also, which I wasn't getting enough sleep. I was getting interrupted sleep. So now I'm actually sleeping better. I'm more clear-headed. Everything seems to be coming into place, and hopefully, with me continuing my workouts, I'll be able to realize at least some progress toward my ultimate goal.
Yeah. Well, you said your age works against you, but you're 39. You're not that old.
I'm 39, 19 times. So I'm probably the oldest surgery patients out here, in the community. Maybe not the oldest, but one of them. And so, there are challenges for women and probably for men as we go up in age. Once we hit 39 a couple of times, we're into that zone. So, yeah,
well, you don't look a day over 39. So
there you go. Thank you. I love you both.
They're beautiful.
So, just from my experience, I know that I'm 2.5 years out, and I noticed, and I'm gonna ask you this, Zen. I was probably about 18 months out. Well, about the time I called goal at 200 pounds, I noticed some bad habits trying to creep back in with food choices, and doing like the no stuff, like drinking and eating at the same time. And I've had a hard time with drinking and eating at the same time since since about, I want to say about 16 to 18 months out, I mean, I always had a glass of tea with dinner or a mixed drink or, you know, something. And that's something that I struggle with. When did you see some of your, you know, bad habits trying to creep back in?
Well, I guess they always try, but I've been pretty rigid, and anybody who knows me very well knows that I'm pretty rigid with myself and pretty hard on myself in regard. So there are times when obviously I do have a little of this or that. I know that my potential for gain is so fast, I can snap my fingers, eat a little of this, eat a little much of that, and up in weight. It's just the way my body works. It's very sensitive, and so I know that I have to keep myself, you know, on track. And so when it started, I mean, I would say it started like day one. There was never a time where I thought, oh, well, now that I'm down a few pounds, I can go and pig out. I've never thought that because I'm of the mindset that I did this to change my life. I'm going to do the best I can to maintain that vow I made to myself, so to say, right? And know that this is my last chance. I'm not going to be able to go back and get an RNY or a DS. They're not going to do that on me. My BMI is too low. So for me to, you know, get to see my ultimate goal, right, and to get ready for plastic surgery, which I want to have, I need to stay kind of strict. So I agree with you, though, on the drinking and eating. You know, that's always been an issue for me. However, I don't drink very much at the meal. I might have a couple of sips but I'm not able to eat and drink a lot during a meal because it just doesn't fit. You know what I mean? If I eat, I have no room for drinking because I'm eating the proper amount, right? And then if I drink, then I have no room for eating. So it's kind of, I'm actually forced by the sleeve to a great extent not to be able to take a bite and wash it down like that was my old way of eating. Take a bite, wash it down. My mom would always say, you're washing your food down. I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't know what it is about that. So that was automatic for me, you know, at the onset, not being able to go there. And like I said, I do drink during the meal, but it's just to wet my mouth or have a sip. I'll order a drink at a restaurant. It'll be full when I leave. But I just can't seem to balance it out. I should order a half drink or something.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is with me too. I just need something to wet my mouth. I mean, I'm eating. I need something to like, okay, let's get that out of my mouth so I can eat something else. You know, I'm only eating a few bites anyway. So, it brings you another question. I mean, at 3.5 years out, is your restriction still really good?
It's not terrible, but it is not the same, of course, as when I was originally post-op where I could eat 2 bites and be full. No, that the swelling goes down and, you know, the body adjusts, it heals. And what happened for me that I noticed that was dramatic, and I don't know if it happened for you, but for me, I got my hunger back a little after 12 months. For 12 months, I really was not hungry. And I ate probably 700 calories a day, pretty much that whole first year. I didn't go into the 950 until a little after that point. And now I don't generally even hit 1,200. I try to stay 950, 1,000, even some days 1,100. But it's rare that I'm going to exceed that unless I'm eating the way I shouldn't be, which, you know, there are days like that, but it isn't the norm. And for me, like I said, even on that rigid, if you want to call it the calorie guideline, I got to still be careful. I got to be careful.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, I'm fortunate. You know, I'm 2.5 years out, and my hunger is non-existent. I have what I know is hunger in my. I mean, I know when I'm empty, but it's not like hunger. I mean, I went one day this week. I mean, I was busy at work, and I looked up, and it was like, oh, I ain't had nothing in my system since 7 o'clock this morning, and now it's 1:30. And I never even thought about it, and it was like, okay, let me go get something, and the only way I know is I hit like a protein wall. Like when my body is needing protein, it like you need to put some in your body because we're not going any further. And it's so I was like, so I still have no hunger, which knock on wood.
It's awesome. It is actually awesome. That is, it was like the best thing, and I think I made a video about that, the no hunger. It was like the best thing I think that I had ever experienced. And you eat when you kind of like know you should have something. That's kind of how I did it. I know I should have something, but I'm not hungry, so I'm just going to have a little, and that's it. And that was, people don't understand when you say that. You know, I'm not hungry, but I seriously, after this, you know, at that point, was not hungry. Now, there are days, and I've talked to you about this before, there are days for me where I'm not hungry. Like today, I went to the gym, I got up, I had coffee, and I had a scoop of protein in my coffee, the Gene Pro, which I think is awesome, because it helps me. If I don't feel like eating when I first get up, I'm in a different mindset. I was working, and then I went to the gym for my lunch. That's my lunch. I was to the gym, and then I came back, and I think I I stopped by a friend's house, and then it was about 2 o'clock before I'm like, you know what, I haven't had anything to eat today. Now, most I do eat, you know, on time, but today I wasn't that hungry, and so I had cottage cheese, blueberries, and walnuts. That was my parfait lunch, and I'm still full.
Yeah.
I'm still full, not really hungry. I did a couple of turkey meatballs, Trader Joe turkey meatballs with some chipotle sauce before the show because I didn't want to be like feeling hungry during the show.
Right.
But yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I think that if people could actually experience that sensation without surgery, it would be awesome. If somebody could make a vitamin or something that did that, everybody would buy it, and no one would have a weight issue because when you're not hungry, you're not really thinking about eating. It's the last thing.
We all need that magic pill that turns that Grayling gland off.
Yeah. Right.
So, you know,
I've done it a couple of times, not sit there and eat, and didn't realize I didn't eat all day, and it's like, I mean, especially it was what the first month, wasn't it, Michael? Because I called you and said I haven't eaten in 2 days.
Exactly.
I was drinking my protein shakes. People. Good. But I didn't eat nothing. Wow. What the hell? I couldn't eat. I wasn't hungry.
Yeah.
It blows my mind because my mom was looking into getting the surgery too, and I told her, I'm like, as long as I get my protein in, I'm okay, but I could sit there and go without eating.
And people just can't when you say that are, you know, I think. I mean, they hear it.
My mom's like, you gotta be starving. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it's like with me starting this new job, I've been on this, you know, I've been at my current location like 3 or 4 weeks now, and they sit there and they see me eat, and they're like, you know, I had one little Lunchable the other day, and I saved that for my lunch, and I opened it and I ate all but like one cracker, one piece of meat, and one piece of cheese, and I was like, oh my God, today is like a super restriction day. I can't even eat. I mean, the small Lunchable is 2.6 ounces. And I couldn't eat it all, and they looked at me like, what? I mean, they all know, I mean, because it's a company that I've known ever since I was a kid that I'm working for, and they looked at me like, why can't you eat that?
No, comprende. Yeah.
So I had to explain to them, and I showed them, you know, they knew I was big, and you know, so I showed them my before and after again. I was like, well, you know, remember, I mean, I used to eat. I was always hungry, and I never stopped eating.
Me too.
Now
I was always hungry.
This is it's all because of the surgery. I mean, I actually have a small stomach, and you know, my stomach. I mean, my doctor said he actually removed a little over 90% of my stomach.
Oh, nice. See, that might be it. I wish I had the other.
That might be the reason why I have. I mean.
Might be.
I have no hunger. So, you know, I say, you know, so I tell everyone, I said, 90% of my stomach is gone. So, that's all that will literally fit in me without me feeling like I'm about to die, which I do
Yeah,
get
you don't
there
want that.
from
Nobody
time to
wants that.
time. Nobody wants
Nobody
that,
wants
but
that.
it happens. But, you know, is there a time period, in your opinion, Zen, that you can splurge and go off plan and have what you want, be it holidays, birthdays? I mean, can you open that door up and let some of the bad food in for a day
I
without
can.
it throwing you off kilter?
Yes, I'm able to do that. I am.
That is
And
something
what,
that,
yeah, I'm able to do it. For the moment, as long as the portion is going to be controlled, and I know that I can have one piece, and I'm not going to be going back and back and back. I really like it when there's a controlled portion there for me. Like for my birthday, we had a gluten-free cake my friend bought for me, and it was, you know, like about this big here and about, you know, that wide. It was like 5 slices. Her husband had 2. I had 1. She had 1, and my daughter had 1. So that was perfect. There was no extras. There was no going home with me. It's when it goes home with me, if I might have one, you know, this is what would happen. I can tell you. Or if there's cookie dough in my fridge, same thing. I'd have, okay, you're going to have 1, right? And then you have that 1 scoop or whatever. And then a little while later, it isn't enough. It's like, okay, right? The voice is, I'm over here. And then you kind of like walk back over there and you have a little more. Oh, that was really good. I'll think I'll have 1 more, and then I'll put it away. But then when you put it away, you know, sometimes you can walk away from it. Other times it's going back and going back. And so this is why I don't bring that stuff into my house. And sure, I'm not like a crazy person or a food police where I don't really what other people eat. You know,
right.
my kids could eat it. I don't want them eating crap. But if they want to eat it, eat it. But don't put something that is like a trigger food for me near me. I'll always say, if you're going to bring it in the house, cover it up, so because I don't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. For me, it works really good. And if I can go out, like you say, for an occasion, have a cocktail, have some salsa and chips. I do allow myself that. I have pretty much always allowed myself to go out to dinner and have a few salsa and chips. I don't mean like get carried away, but I mean a few. And even the salt will make me gain, and that's on me. But it's like, that's just a little treat that I allow myself as often as I go out. And I don't go out to eat per se that much to a restaurant that would have that, but I wouldn't deny myself. I would stop myself after I had a few, right?
Yeah.
I would allow myself to have 20 or 30 or 40.
It's that knowing the regimen that you will allow yourself to have and be able to stick to it. It's like me.
Yeah.
I mean, sweets is not a trigger for me. You know, for an example, I wanted a cupcake the other day, and my daughter's best friend, you know, wanted her to go spend the night or something, and her mom bakes and she bakes, and I was like, well, I want a cupcake. How bad do you want my daughter to spend the night? Well, she showed over a week ago. She showed up with 24 cupcakes for the house, and I had a cupcake, and my granddaughter had a cupcake, and I totally forgot about them. They're sitting on the table in a box, and it was like, I walked over and said, oh, my God, we still have cupcakes, like a week later, and I was like, oh, well, they still look good, so I'll go ahead and have another one. But what gets me is chips.
Yeah. Mean like regular chips?
Regular chips, flavored chips. I like picking up different flavors. You know, I shop at Aldi's, and last week they had margarita flavor and beer flavored chips.
Oh.
I was like, oh my God. Oh my
You thought they would be
God,
good?
they're so good.
Oh, I had never had them.
They're amazing. And you know, I opened the bag, and actually I bought them last Sunday because I was shopping for the show on Monday because we did dips.
Right.
And I bought them. I opened them Monday night, and I had a few before the show, and I was okay. But I started cooking dinner. I think it was Wednesday, and that open bag of chips was sitting there looking at me, and I was like, okay, well, dinner's cooking. It's going to be about an hour before dinner's ready, and I knew I needed something in me, and chips are a slider. Chips don't fill me up, which I hate. I hate that they don't fill me up. So I grabbed the bag of chips, and I went down, and I sat in my chair and turned the TV on, watched my soap opera that I watch at night. And I sat there and I ate chips. And next thing I know, I had eaten half a bag.
Oh.
And it's
then what happened?
And then I was like, oh my God, I got to put these away. And I went and I put them away. And then later on after dinner, I went back and got a few more. And it's like, that's the food that creeps back into my life that if they don't come in a big bag, if I can buy like just small little individual bags like from the convenience store, I'm fine. I can eat that bag, throw it away, and I'm good for a week or so or more before I even want another chip. But, that's the food that creeps back in for me. And then I got healthy food that I crave. I crave like cheese. I crave cottage cheese. I crave, and if I have cottage cheese in the house, I'll buy a big tub of it, and it's gone in a couple of days because that's all I'll eat.
Yeah. You can hone in on one thing.
Yeah, I'm zoned in. Oh, okay. I'm on a cottage cheese kick. I'm on a block of super sharp cheddar cheese. I think the main thing is if you know what's going to set you off, try to make it the healthiest version that you can, and eat it. Just eat it. I mean, just try to moderate how much you eat. It's like what would be good if I had the mindset of when I do buy a big bag of chips to package them up into little baggies.
I was just going to suggest that.
Yeah, I mean, I did that for a while. I would prepackage, sugar foods. But now it's like, especially at this time, I hit my low weight, and I wasn't happy with it. So I was like, I need to gain 10 pounds. So what do you when you want to gain? You eat crap food, right?
Right. Eat a lot of Chinese.
It doesn't work.
Eat Chinese, a lot of Chinese food. And, get your ice cream and all that junk in so you can get that 10 pounds back on. It should come on just snap.
Sure. But it made me feel like shit. Because I was fueling my body with crap. So I felt like crap. So I thought, I gotta stop eating crap because I can't stand feeling like this. I was starting to feel like the old Michael. I was feeling lazy. I was feeling, I don't want to do anything. So right. I have always had the mindset of do not deprive yourself from something that you want. From day one out of surgery, I've always said if I want this, I'm going to eat it, because if I deprive myself long enough, I'm going to binge on it. Because I'll sit there and dwell on it. It's like
popcorn.
Yeah, it's like if I wanted a cupcake and I didn't get one, I would have thought, oh, I really want a cupcake. I really want a cupcake. Until I got to the point where, like, okay, I'm going to go buy cupcakes. And I would binge on them. I would eat 4 or 5 in one night. So, really? I mean, I think, you can leave that door cracked. Leave that door cracked open. And let some of it in gradually, if you know that you can close that door again.
Right. Yeah.
But I've always thought leave that door cracked open, and you won't want to close. You won't have to close it unless it so you don't swing it wide open.
Yeah.
That's the mindset that I've had. And I know with ZEN, I mean, that door is very tricky for you.
Very tricky.
So, I mean...
Yeah, I constantly have to be talking to myself about it. Okay, if you're going to do this, then, you're just going to have to balance it this way. And so I have to think of the maneuver in my head if I'm going to do something like that. And like that, when after I had my surgery, the doctor did say, you're going to be able to eat whatever it is you want for your whole life. You just have to make the right choices. So his words, do stick in my head. I do listen to what he says. He's seen thousands of patients go through the process and so forth. So I know he has, good intentions when he gives me advice. And, for long-term success, and that's what I'm interested in, is keeping this weight off long-term. It's not a short-term project. I'm not getting any younger. I don't have a do-over available to me.
Right.
So I've got to do it right the first time, and that means taking control of myself and slapping myself, and if need be, right? Get your head on right, because for me, I told you guys, if I start the day with any kind of carbs or sweet, I want carbs the rest of the day. And it might be a little of this, or it might be a Cliff Bar, it might be a step. If I start the day with that shit, my whole day is going to be suffering, because I want that stuff, and I can't satisfy that need because I don't let myself go farther than a certain point. But I feel like crap. Oh, you're stepping back from your goal. You're talking about your goal, quote-unquote goal, right? You're talking about your goal in your head and with your friends all this time, and here you're going to do this, and you're going to step back from your goal. What kind of person are you? I talk bad to myself. You need to wise up. You're getting fat. You look in the mirror. You don't look like you weigh this pounds. I start seeing a fatter person, in the mirror and stuff. So it really plays with your head, because once you, start doing the bad things, all those voices start coming back, and not all the time or anything, you know what I'm saying, but it's at that moment, and then getting control is saying, well, okay, I don't have to hear these effed up voices if I just do the right thing.
Right.
I can stop these tapes playing if I just do the right thing, and then I know I've done everything I could physically possible without being perfect, without ever trying to be perfect. But you know what I'm saying? Keeping my regimen in balance over time, and whatever it is, it is. Going to the gym, I do that, and I want to say, and I always say, the first 18 months, be hard on yourself. Be as hard as you need to be to get where you want to be, because that is your time to not play around. Beat yourself up if you have to. I'm serious. Do what you have to do. This is a mission.
Right.
Mission. And you have to get off your ass. Get up every day. Do something. Work out in your home. Do, any form of exercise that you enjoy. Start doing it on a religious basis, not necessarily every day, but at least 5 times a week, and you're going to see a more toned result. Even if you're not the skinniest mini, at the end of the day, you're going to look damn good for whatever that number is that you weigh, right?
Right.
You're going to be feeling good, you're going to be good health, you're going to be happy, you're going to, and I think that's what's really important is, like you guys know, it isn't so much whatever the number is. You can cut that number out of your pants. Just feel that you are in good shape, that you're doing the best you can for what your body is going to do, wherever it ends up, and don't let yourself down. Don't have regrets. Don't say, oh, God, I wish I woulda, because there's no do-over, guys. There's no fucking do-over. Excuse my French. And that's why I have been the way I have been. As rigid as you might want to, call me the food police, whatever, I just kind of shake my head when I see people doing the wrong thing and they are struggling. They're wondering, am I going to lose that last 50 pounds? If you eat like that, hell no, you're not. Okay? I just want to scream. I want to scream it out. Put that fucking drink down. Put that fork down. Put those chips down. What the hell is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not militant about it, but I just do not understand. And maybe it's because my struggle has been so hard. Okay, maybe it's all about me, my internal mix, and I don't know everything. I can't tell you how to succeed. I just know that if you open the door for that shit to be right there, chances are it's going to deter you and take you steps back from your goal versus getting you there faster, and so that you can continue on your plane of happiness, your happy place, wherever that is, and move forward. Forget about it.
Yeah.
Forgetting about weight loss for the rest of your life.
One thing people like about me are what they say. Like, I'm blunt. I'm to the fucking point. I've had a few people in the community say, "Hey, Michael, you've been so successful. I'm struggling," and I'll say, "Well, tell me what you're eating. Tell me Tell me a day in the life of blah blah blah, whoever you are. Tell me what you're eating. Tell me a couple of days' work," and they'll tell me. I'm thinking, well, what the fuck are you doing? Look at what you're fucking eating. That's the problem. And I'll come right out and say, don't come to me griping because you're not losing weight, but you had an ice cream sandwich. You're having chips. You're drinking full sugar soda waters. I mean, yeah, you're an idiot. And I'll tell you, you're being stupid. You're being an idiot. I mean, do you want to be, 400 or 500 pounds again? No, you don't. Yeah. So put this shit away, and I think people come to me because they know that I will tell it like it is and tell them to stop.
Yeah.
Where it's like
I think a lot of people want to be told to stop.
Which I've had to. They would say, they want to baby you, and it's like, fuck that shit. I ain't babying nobody.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to go to the comments real quick.
Okay.
To let you know that my slider food is popcorn, and I just realized that like a few weeks ago. I made a bag of it was the Healthy Choice popcorn. It's the mini bags, I could eat a whole one.
I knew before you knew.
Popcorn is my friggin' weakness, and it's like
carbs, girl, that shit to the curb. I'm telling you, it's way too early for you, and I'm just saying, for your
way
eyes.
Too early.
Well, you know that to the side. Forget it.
It was, the woman's time of the month, and it's like I wanted something salty, and I didn't know what there was. It was there in my face, and I was like, oh, it's a little mini bag. It's a Healthy Choice. It's under 100 calories, and
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I knew popcorn was going to be a problem or a trigger for you early on, even before you had surgery, because we would talk, we'd FaceTime, we'd Google Hangout. What did Christy always have?
I love popcorn.
Oh, I love popcorn too, but I just now I might have even 2 cups sometimes when I'm watching a movie over a long period of time. But I tell myself, okay, this is a very hard carb day for you, and tomorrow you're going to have to rein in your shit because you just poisoned yourself with salt. You know what I mean? You carved your body to death, and maybe the body did well that day. Maybe it didn't take a gain. Yeah. I'm willing to do that to be with friends and enjoy myself. But I can't do it every day. I don't make popcorn at the house very often. It's only when I'm at my friend's house and they make it. Sometimes I'll just take a handful. And luckily, if I just had dinner, I'm too full to eat it.
Right.
So I really like it when that's the case, when I don't get carried away. Because it's easy to get carried away. But early on, Christy, you've got to just try to put those barriers up and try to just choose something else. Force yourself to go down that road, the best you can. And then over time, you will have those opportunities. Popcorn's not going anywhere.
Oh, I know.
You ahead of yourself. And 100 calories serving is not going to kill you.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I mean, you did make the best possible choice. So you ate a bag of 100-calorie popcorn. You ate about 2 cups. That's it. I mean, 2 cups of popcorn, even being, as far out as you, or not that far out as you, I mean, it's not bad. So.
No, but I kind of think of popcorn, of anything too, Mike, though, is a stretcher food. I believe that the popcorn, because it's not chewed as thoroughly as, we would like to believe maybe, it's still, I think it's stretching the stomach. Even if
We
it's
could
for
be.
that moment, I just don't think it's a good choice, even though it wasn't that bad. That's just my opinion. You know, you can disagree with me. It's
No,
okay.
I agree. I don't think it's a good choice either. And, you know, it wasn't me thinking. It was my head up here saying,
I hear you, girl.
it happens,
It happens.
you know. So let me go to the comments
Yeah,
real quick.
All right.
Dennis said, good evening all. Good to see you guys again. Mr. Rob Reno said, glad to see you guys. Finally a Friday night. Daddy has some free time.
Woo, Daddy.
Woo.
Hang on a second. Got to refresh here.
Uh-oh.
And Dennis says, have you noticed that if you eat carbs that you crave it the rest of the day or you cannot stop?
Hello. Yes. Yes.
I'm the same way.
Bad way to start the day. You know, my friend Cal even told me the loose things. It even said, did you notice that when you eat eggs in the morning, you eat 200 calories less over the day? And I'm thinking, duh. I knew that. You didn't have to tell me that, but I just like people that have me for breakfast can't do it. Sorry. Can't do it.
I like my eggs for breakfast too. I still have my eggs, and I still kind of play around with the, you know, my first stages diet plan too. You know, the soft foods, and especially the days I don't like to eat because, like you said, Zen, I'll have my Gene Pro in my coffee because I'm not a morning person. I don't eat breakfast all the time. That's just not me. You know, so I'll have that with my breakfast, and then sometimes I don't get around to lunch, so I'll put it in, you know, another drink. I'll make another cup of coffee, and then I eat dinner. But I have noticed, because I was a nighttime eater, you know, when everybody went to bed and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know. It's just, it's a hard thing to sit there and watch and do because my sleeping pattern's all crazy after surgery. I mean, bad crazy. And I'll just see myself at night. Huh?
You're awake into the night late?
Till about 4 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
You can't sleep at all?
No, I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. And I catch myself going to the refrigerator and just opening and looking like, what can I have? What can I have? And then I have to remind myself, I don't need nothing. I'm not hungry. Why do you want to go in the refrigerator? But it's just the forced habit of going in there and looking.
I still do it, and I'm almost 4 years out. I will go to the fridge, and I'll be like, I actually put the stop sign up. Ooh. Brittany, come on. Sorry. Dogs. My apologies. So anyway, yeah, I was saying, one of my friends on YouTube, Donna, she had this thing that was a stop sign, and it was a flyer that they had given her at a weight loss, you know, thing, and it said, "Stop. Is what you're going in here for going to take you closer to your goal?" You know, and it had a few questions written on it. So I just copied it on a piece of paper, and I stuck it on my fridge. So I do see it now every time I go to the fridge, and I'm actually not hungry or I'm just looking to graze or something, that the stop sign does remind me, like, oh, yeah, you're going to step away from your goal if you go and have this versus, oh, you could pull out some carrot chips and have some salsa, or you could, you know, make yourself some eggs and spinach or a salad, or, you know, munch on an apple if you really need some kind of carb, have part of an apple.
Right.
And the other thing is, the other dangerous thing, guys, for me, and I don't know about for you, is nut butters are very dangerous for gain. You know, they say, oh, have a little peanut butter for protein. Have a lot of fat.
Yeah.
The 2 tablespoons, 190 calories is either sucked into that mentality, oh, this is healthy. I'm having an apple.
No, peanut butter now makes me nauseous since surgery.
If you do it every day, it just, for me, it weighed on me. It did. I think it attributed to part of my gain of that excess, not excess weight. What do you want to call it? Regain. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, my little regain. I mean, it's big for me, but it's little for someone else. It's all relative, right? Everybody's loss and gain thing is all relative to them. But for me, it seems like forever to try to get this little weight off, big weight for me, because And if I keep making poor choices, I have no one to blame but myself. And so I've just had to cut that back to like once a week. If I feel like an apple once a week with almond butter, I'll have it. If I want a little bit on a cracker, I'll have it. But I can't have it every day, and I can't take spoonfuls of it. You know,
Yeah.
one little bit where you just barely put on the cracker, then I say, there you go, you had it, but you didn't eat 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons or whatever the calorie thing is.
Mhm.
So, you know, I kind of talk to myself and compromise. It
So-
helps me. That way I feel not deprived, like you say, Michael, and Rob always says that, don't deprive yourself. But for me, if I didn't deprive myself, I'd be eating chocolate waffles 4 or 5 at a time. You know what I mean? I have to just, for me, I have to shut the effing door on certain things, and they have to be very occasional.
Yeah.
Not to say never, but very
Occasional,
occasional.
very
And I mean,
So
Very.
you're in the mindset, which I'm in the mindset too, but I've heard in the community before, you know, you will always be a weight loss surgery patient, won't you?
what do you mean?
And on, well, you know, some people, you know, it's like you will always be on this journey, no matter if you're in maintenance. It's your journey is just going to evolve as time goes on.
Okay. Right.
I've seen people who have left the community. Shortly after I joined the community, I heard someone say, "Well, I'm done. I've achieved every, you know, I'm in maintenance. I'm done. I'm leaving the community." I'm not, you know. Someone asked me, it was after I hit goal. So you're going to leave now? You're you know, when will you stop being a weight loss surgery patient? And I was like, so I go back to the doctor and he's going to give me my stomach and I'm not going to be a weight loss surgery patient no more? What are you talking about?
That's crazy.
I mean, I will always be, I mean, my journey,
Yeah.
it will be always evolving, and I will
And we're
always
always
consider
fighting those
myself.
demons. Sorry, folks. Until we have our heads erased, we're going to be fighting those demons until the day we take our last breath. And it may
Exactly.
be a more or less thing. I mean, we may learn, and this is the thing I've found, is I've learned a lot of stuff from people and tidbits here and there and things to do and try and how to view things differently to try to turn off some of the old tapes that play that are wrong. But like you said, Michael and Christy, if you're going to be a weight loss surgery or weight loss person, if you know that you want to stay at a certain range, whatever your happy place is if you get there, and whatever your happy place is if you're not there, you know,
Right.
you know that there's a place, a window of where you need to be healthy and to feel good and to be able to do the things you want to do, wear the same clothes without splitting out of them. You know what I mean? Being able to sit in the chair, put on the seatbelt, all the stuff that we do that we want to be comfortable, traveling, getting in the pool or not, stuff like that. We want to be looking our best. And some people maybe aren't so focused on looking their best, but feeling their best. Okay, either one or both. I'm kind of into both. I want to look my best and I want to feel my best.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm going to have to constantly keep that in my mind somewhere to keep my focus on these things and do the behaviors that it needs to do in order to achieve that end.
Mhm.
If I don't, if I revert back to the old ZEN, who was unhappy, hating life, you know, hating her size, not being able to do her stuff, feeling bad, painful feet, you know, all this, that's never going to happen. So if people want to leave the community because they're done, so be it. They're done.
Yeah.
But I'm not
And
done.
I don't think I will ever be done. I mean,
I won't be done.
I have taken small breaks, you know, but my small breaks, okay, I'm talking about, you know, a week where I don't really watch videos or I don't, you know,
you mean
I'm a
about that
junkie.
too?
I'm a junkie, you know, so I mean, I might take a break. Okay, I gotta step back a minute. But my minute is only, you know, 4 or 5 days because I crave it. I crave the you know, how's everyone doing? I mean, the support. I mean, I don't always comment, and you know, I read Facebook a lot, and you know, just to see what everyone's doing, and that keeps me motivated.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, you know, with this new job I've got, you know, I don't have time to sit there and comment and post and everything,
Right.
but I do still have my phone with me, and I'm still looking whenever I get a chance, because I need that constant support, and I try, you know, and I give a lot of support, you know, and I do believe, I mean, you get what you give.
Okay. Yeah. I'm on social media, and I do like watching some YouTube videos. I'm not obsessed with it like I used to be. It's not that I don't want to be part of any community, or I just have I'm trying to live my own life and to take what I've learned and go out into the world and focus on the real here and now. But that doesn't mean I've left or whatever. I maybe don't make as many videos, and I've never been a person who constantly posts on Facebook. Just because I'm more of a private person, and if I have something to say, I'll say it. Or if somebody's selfie looks good, I'll like it or whatever. But that's not my main focus or my main attraction. I just want to take what I've learned and live my life. And I love the interaction with friends, like from the community. Some of the people I've met on YouTube are my best friends and closest, dearest people to me, and that's all good. But it's not like I can just constantly be, you know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
I don't know about
Yeah,
other people.
I mean, we can't constantly
I'm almost 4 years out. I can't be spending 5 hours a day watching videos glued to 2 in the morning. I have no need for that. I know what the journey's about. I know what I know what you're gonna say. Not you, but you know, I know what they're gonna say. I'm in stage 1. I'm in stage 2. I've lost X. I've lost Y. Oops, or I regained. I'm doing this, that, and the other. I want to support the people that I've come to know and care about, and any new people that strike me, and that I want to support everyone as much as I can. But I'm not a YouTube addict anymore. To be honest, I'm really not.
Yeah, to be honest, I really am not either. I mean, I do open YouTube daily, and I'll scroll. Okay, who made a video today, and I'll read what the description of it. I was like, oh well, I might need to watch that.
Yeah.
Because that kind of sounds like something that I might be going through, or they're really having a bad day. Let me watch that and see if I can lend them a hand. But you know, it's not like I sit there and watch every single video that I've subscribed to anymore.
No, I can't.
It's like, you had the video that accidentally popped up on your weight loss channel. And I was like, oh, well, let me see what this video is about. And I watched it, and it's easier for me to send someone a text or Facebook message someone, hey, this is what's going on, or hey,
was that supposed to be on this channel?
Yeah, that was supposed to be on the other channel,
That's to be on the porn channel. Oh, sorry. Just kidding.
But that's how. But that's how we evolve. I mean, it's like, but and then I do have my diehard people that I will watch their video no matter what they have to say. I mean,
right, because they're your people that you came in with.
They're my people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We all have our people.
Yeah, it's like, one of my people is Dominique White, the Curvy Jones. I mean, every single time, when she makes a video, which is not that often, maybe once a month, sometimes it's every couple of weeks, I see that video, I'm going to watch that video no matter what. I will stop what I'm doing and I'll watch her video, or I'll set it as a watch later, because, me and her, I mean, we had surgery within a month of each other, so, I mean, we have been there for each other, and I will watch every single video she makes, no matter what, until she stops making them completely. But I don't have that obsession of like I did in the past. And people have asked me about it. Do you watch my videos? I was like, well, no, not really. I read the title and it didn't really draw me in, or I'll go back and watch later if I have pretty much nothing better to do, which kind of makes me sound like an ass.
Well, yeah,
But
but
it's like
people don't ask me did I watch the video. You know, I mean, if I did, I did, and if I have something to say, I will say it. And I try to be helpful. I try to inspire you with maybe a story or something that I can relate to, or the reason I'm relating to your video, or offer you a suggestion. It isn't because I hope that it's because I'm reaching out to offer you a suggestion, and you can take it or leave it.
Exactly.
That's kind of how I feel about it,
and that's what I like about you. I mean, all your comments, they're so. I mean,
they're
you're
full
giving,
of wisdom. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're giving of yourself, and that and that's what I like about your comments. I mean, sure, I like the comments, a great video, but I also like the comments like you do, where it's like, hey, this, try this, do that. This works for me. This might work for you. I mean, which I love. And yeah,
I try to be positive and supportive, but I hope that like coming to all that, the realistic goal setting, talking to yourself, right, helping yourself off that slippery slope, all these things are meant to support and to give people food for thought, and I'm no wisdom wizard, I have the same issues that everybody else does, more or less, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we all have our own shit that rolls around in our head all day long. Here, whatever voices we're all hearing, they're all different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if we just try to at least, like I always say, the first 18 months, grab a hold of yourself and put yourself to the grindstone as much as you can, because you won't have any regrets. You'll have done yourself a service. You did your physical activity. You did what you were supposed to do. You weren't necessarily perfect, but you were on the right mindset so that you can relearn, because that's the whole point of this weight loss journey, is to relearn the stuff that's wrong up here that got us to the weight that we were at that started this whole program.
Exactly.
And if we can't get ourselves reprogrammed in 18 months, that is just going to take a little longer, and then your magic window is closed.
Mm-hmm.
So your magic window closes, and you still got to work hard. Like me.
Yeah, I mean,
my magic window closed. I still got to work hard. I'm okay with it.
And
I have learned.
I
swear, I have learned different behavior.
Yeah, and I do believe. I mean, you take that first year to 18 months. I mean, you're going to form good habits, and those habits will stick with you.
Right.
I was not a gym person, and that is my one regret. I could not find a gym that I liked. I couldn't find, a routine that I liked, and that's my one regret within my first 18 months. I do believe if I would have went to the gym more regular during that 18 months, it would have been more of a habit-forming thing where I would continue to do that.
Right.
You use that first 18 months to make your new habits,
mm-hmm.
because you will continue them. You won't even realize, 18 months has gone by. It's not like, okay, my first 18 months, I can stop now. You're not going to want to stop.
No. Yeah, and the thing is, I feel guilty now if I don't go to the gym a certain number of times per week, because I enjoy it. And if I'm sick, I don't worry about it. But if I'm being lazy, then I have to ask myself, okay, well, that means you just got to go tomorrow. And even if you don't want to go, which is rare, I usually want to go because it's part of my routine.
Making a routine and sticking with it.
Get there, and if I'm not feeling it, I just pick up the weights and I just start doing it. They tell you, overhead press, whatever, and they're going to tell you how many, and you just go into autopilot. I do. Autopilot, like Zumba or yoga or something, and I just do what they say. Pick up light weights, pick up heavy weights, this many reps, or your core training, you're going to do this, and you just watch them and you just do it.
Yeah.
Test their ability.
Yeah,
and
I definitely believe.
It really is easy. That's all I'm saying.
It really is. I mean, I really do believe. I mean, you can take that first 18 months to change your life and make your new normal habits. You know, you have that opportunity, and I think that's what we all should do, and that's what I've tried to do. Even though that the gym thing wasn't my thing, and I really got into the gym the first part of this year until I've had my little setback with my, I'm not released to go to the gym yet, and I'm going on 3 months of this whole dizzy thing, which I think we have it pretty figured out that I'm going to have to take Dramamine for a while to handle my dizziness. We don't know what it is. I don't have an inner ear infection. They don't know. The neurologist has looked at me. They don't know why I get dizzy. I mean,
I'll talk to you about some of this offline.
Okay.
I know a lot. We'll talk about offline. I'll see if I can suggestions.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for suggestions. Anyone has suggestions? I'll take the
conversation
because
I don't really. I'm not
a dizzy pill for the rest of my life to keep me from falling over because I'm dizzy. But it does help. I mean, I only have like maybe 1 or 2 spells now when I stand up, a day. Where versus I was having them every time I stood up. I was like, oh, here we go, world's turning sideways. Okay, I'm fine now.
Oh, thank God.
But
at least it goes back. Yeah.
So, but we're coming up on our hour, and I know Christy needs to get in there to see her goddaughter because she's fixing to be leaving. So, Zen, if you can leave our viewers with one part of Zen wisdom, which I love your little wisdom, even what would be? I
try to have soft wisdom. Yeah. My one thing is really hard. One thing is really hard for me because I just talk too much. I just want to say that I support everybody in whatever way they want to get to where they are, whether you had weight loss surgery or not. As long as you're doing doing what you need to do for you, that's who you answer to. You don't answer to me. And what I do, what Michael does, what Christy does, we all do a little different version of weight loss surgery because we're different people with different taste buds and different requirements. So know what yours are, and if you don't, try to figure it out. Like I've had to pick apart your journey and find what's not working. If you're not getting enough sleep, look into why you're not getting enough sleep. If you have a stressful job, try to find a job that's less stressful and so that you actually somewhat enjoy your work. I mean, all these things play into how you're going to be able to continue to live your life and be happy. So that's my one thing.
Yeah, and I'm going to piggyback on that one too because I'm going to go ahead and just give some little micro wisdom. I mean, a lot of people, they focus on, winning the race and when is the race going to be over, and how quick are we going to get there? Like I have said for a long time, slow and steady wins the race. Yeah. You do you. Let so-and-so do them. Worry about yourself, and you will get there. It might take you 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but you will get there. Slow and steady. That's how we all going to get to where we want to be.
Exactly.
Christy, you got anything?
The only thing I can say is in what I'm doing, I'm following some of these, I don't know what you want to call your old timers, your maintenance people, the follow people that have been in the field for a while that have reached these goals and know what we're talking about, because I can sit there and post something and then it's like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It's like, and then somebody that's had 3 years or 4 years says something, and then it's like a dawn. So I listen to Zen, I listen to Michael, I listen to Mama Rose, I listen to all these people that have these years experience and know what I'm going through. So it's like, I can sit there and refer to them. So that's my only experience. Don't take everything into your own judgment. Ask your doctor, consult a friend, that's why these people are in your lives to sit there and help you. So.
I love it. I love that right there. I mean, yes. I mean, that's why I'm staying in the community. Because people, I mean, this next generation of weight loss surgery people, you know, they need help. They have questions, and a lot of them don't want to ask their doctor, or they do ask their doctor, and some of the doctors out there, I mean, I'll have to say, some of them are kind of kooky. Some of the nutrition people are out there. They're kind of wacky.
Don't get me started on nutrition people. They're crazy.
I mean, they're crazy. So they need information from the vets, the long-term people, the people that are years out, which is still hard for me to consider myself a vet because I'm still learning. I learn daily.
So do I.
You know, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So,
that's what I say. Just take the advice from your doctor and from the people in maintenance because they know what they're talking about. They really do. You know, if Zen's sitting there saying, stay away from that popcorn and, you know, it's going to catch up to you in 18 months, I'm going to listen, you know, so. But
right, you're a little, you know, and
then you take a little bit of what she said, you know, you need to, and then take a little, I said, you know, you can have some every now and then. Have a handful.
Right.
Make a bag. You take your handful, you give the bag to the kids and say, y'all go eat that.
Yeah, I know.
Because if you deprive yourself, you'll eat that whole bag.
Right. All right, Michael is solo next Friday, so I have to teach him how to do Google Hangout this weekend. So he better be on call this weekend, buddy, because this is the last weekend, so...
I will be home Sunday. I will be home Sunday afternoon, reinstalling all this stuff with my new internet and making sure it all works. And I will be here with a special guest host next Friday night. Don't have no one lined up yet, but you know, I'll pull someone in. You know that. If not, we will just have a chit-chat hour.
There you go. And then catch us on Monday night. You can catch all three of us up on Monday night on Real Talk Food Network, which I will be on Monday's show, but I will probably not be on, I don't know. It just depends on the internet and stuff out there. So, I don't know.
Yes.
We're moving to the country, folks. So.
Oh, yeah.
So come on over onto Miss Beautiful Alicia's channel on Monday night and watch Real Talk Food Network. This week's theme is barbecuing, grilling out.
It's 4th of July theme. So
one main, 4th of July theme, one main, one side, and I've got it. Oh, it's going to be so good. And I'll go ahead and warn you, Zen. I'll go ahead and warn you. You're going to go, oh, my God, you're eating that. How many carbs are in that?
My word.
You know me, I like my carbs.
Well, better you than me. That's all I can say, bro. Better you than me, and, you know, you get down, okay? That's what I got to say to anybody who wants to do their own thing. You go ahead, better you than me, and I'll just turn my head.
So, we will see all y'all Friday, but come watch us on Monday. I'm out because I realize it's 9:40 at night, and I haven't eaten dinner yet. So, Zen, I will send you a text later, and we will talk about, you know, your idea for the dizziness. And Christy, you go enjoy your goddaughter, and you enjoy your last cookout there in Florida. And I will talk to you tomorrow.
Pack back here, so it'll be a long night tonight.
It'll be.
I hope you have a safe trip, Christy.
Thank you guys, and I love you, and I will see you guys Monday, and Michael will see you guys on Friday. So.
Yep, and I will see you, and I'll talk to you later on, Christy, either tonight or tomorrow, just to double check on you, and I hope you have a good weekend, everyone.
All right, bye.
Bye.